Hi, this is Eric Anderson, Wenatchee High School Principal, and this is Jared Reinfeld, our Wenatchee School District Resource Officer. And we wanted to make an educational video for you, and we're hoping to be brief here, but we wanted to make sure that parents and students understood the new products that were available after the laws changed around marijuana a couple years ago. So these things are different than the way they were years ago, and we just wanted to make sure that students who had no interest in being a part of using or partaking in drugs understood what this stuff looked like, and parents understood so that they could help educate their children as well. So I'm going to hand this over to Officer Reinfeld right now, and we just appreciate you being here.
So I do have several products here that were actually donated by a local store that sells THC products. They can be very expensive, so it was nice that they were donated. I'm just going to start by going through most of these products here to show you some of what's been seen in schools at different ages through the schools here, some that have not, but it is out there. So to start with, we do see quite a few of these vape pens, they're called. Most of the ones that you see around are this size here. These are actually nicotine vapes, so they do not take THC products. They actually take a cartridge up here that can be bought, different flavored nicotine gels, I guess, or oils that's in there. Some of them don't have nicotine. For someone to buy this stuff in Washington State, they have to be 18 years old. And I'll go into that with the nicotine, or with the THC products. You have to be 21 years old to purchase that stuff. So again, we see a lot of these, but when it comes to THC, they also sell THC vape. This here is a THC vape cartridge. The oils are a lot different between nicotine and THC. The size, as you can see, is a lot different. With this THC cartridge, you have to have a THC specific pen to use it, unless someone else has created something different. But this cartridge with THC oil in it will not work in a nicotine pen. One of the ways you can tell the difference in nicotine and THC is the consistency of the oil. This one moves around quite a bit. It's pretty liquidy. The THC oil is really thick, and it has a darker amber color. So as you move this around, you can see an air bubble in here, and it doesn't really move around that much. So these are just a longer, skinnier pin that people will get to use this. And it is THC. They will feel the psychoactive effects of THC when they use this. Moving on, we have a lot of edibles here. There's everything from hard candies to caramel-like candies to gummy candies, all the way to brownies. These hard candies, they're usually round in this packaging. They're required by law to sell them in 10 milligram servings of THC. So each one of these you see is sold like this in a 10 milligram serving. People may use more than 10 milligrams, but they can only sell it this way. Now, it doesn't prevent them from selling up to 100 milligrams at a time. They do sell larger boxes of these, which will hold up to 10 of these in them. But each piece is individually packaged in a 10 milligram piece. So again, this is kind of a hard candy that somebody, I would compare it to a Jolly Rancher type candy that somebody would just put in their mouth and suck on it for a while. Onto kind of a caramel type candy, like your basic caramel candies that I would always see at Halloween time or something. Different flavors, salted caramel, but again, packaged the same way. This one moves on kind of, there is a law out there where they're not allowed to package this that would, I guess, to be inviting towards young people or children. This is a gummy candy. It's very soft. It looks like just a gummy candy. And as you can see, the packaging here shows that. It doesn't look like something that would be for sale for an adult. So that is out there as well. Moving on, you do have brownies. This one, I don't know if you'll see it like on camera, but it's kind of smashed right now, but they are little brownie squares. Again, packaged in that same packaging of 10 milligrams. I'll come down here. This is a THC sugar. The recommendations on the packaging, it even says on here to mix in coffee. It can also be mixed in water, Gatorade, pop, any drink. There's no odor to it. So if someone is using that or putting that in a drink, they drink it, you're not going to have those symptoms of odor that you would normally get with someone smoking marijuana. And that goes for all of these edibles for the most part. The edibles, they may have some odor, but it's not going to emit like somebody smoking and getting that smoke on you. This is another, just a chocolate, again packaged the same way as these other edibles. Sold, you can get 100 milligram bags with 10 of them in it, but they are sold separately. Another one, I would kind of compare this with this other candy, kind of packaged to catch the eye, more for a young person, I would think. So on to some THC caps. These are little capsules. It looks more like a vitamin. Again, each one of these in this package is 10 milligrams. In the capsule, it's just in powder form. So I would compare it to vitamins again, or a supplement. You're not going to necessarily know that it's a THC product just by looking at it. And again, it's not going to have any odor. On to another product here. This is just an eyedropper. This will hold a liquid that you would drip under your tongue, in your mouth, in a drink. Some of these are a CBD oil. A lot of times that's used for medical purposes. They do sell a lot of medical forms of marijuana at these stores that do benefit people. They also sell this with a lot of THC in it, so you're going to get the psychoactive effects from it. Moving back here to this beverage, this is a lemonade. They come in different colors, different flavors. They're very expensive to buy these. This bottle here is 75 milligrams of THC. So if you compare that to one of these at 10 milligrams, you've got 7.5 servings of THC. An average person would probably use 20 milligrams of this to get some pretty good effects from it. So this goes a long ways having this. They sell it with this cup on the bottom, and this is to measure it out. So each one of these is actually a 10 milligram serving. But again, it's not really easily identifiable as a marijuana product other than a sticker over here. It says not for kids. They do advertise with a lemon and some graphics over here indicating it is a marijuana product, but very difficult to identify. One of the other products they sell in the stores, they have pre-rolled marijuana joints. They sell these for $5 in the stores. So these, compared to marijuana of a few decades ago, it's a lot different, and all these products are. A typical marijuana joint or a marijuana product 30 years ago in this country, even 40 years ago, was probably about 7%, 8% THC in it. These products now, like this, is about 27%. So it's far more potent than the old stuff that we have. So again, on price for this stuff, these things all range from about these individual candies of $5 to this being $35 for the bottle. So it's very expensive. The effects of it, I will tell you, on the candies, when people eat these candies, the body has to metabolize the product. So there's no given time when they're going to feel the effects of marijuana. It could range from 1 hour to 3 hours later when the effects are finally going to come in. And that's kind of a scary thought when you have young people using this stuff that don't necessarily know what they're doing. A person could eat one of these candies and expect to feel the effects of it and not feel it 20 minutes, 30 minutes later and decide to eat more. And another 20 minutes could go by and they might not feel it then, and they'll eat more. and then all of a sudden you have this large, heavy impact of the effects of THC. It's a very scary thought. As you move into the smokable marijuanas and the vape version, that stuff gets into the bloodstream much faster. Within minutes, they're going to feel the effects of it. So as someone's eating this stuff, the effects may come on or they may not. So, which is frightening for young people being in a school setting or something like that. If they were to use it, it could be used partway through the day and not feel the effects until they're driving their car home. So there are many more products in the stores out there. A lot more edible forms, again, a lot more drink forms, and the smokable forms, and paraphernalia items, pipes, items like that that you can get in these stores. So for now, that's all I've got on the edibles portion of this.
So again, we just wanted to bring this information to our students and parents so they were aware of some products that were out there. It's just not quite the same as it was when maybe we were in high school. So just want to make sure that information was available to you. So again, our entire purpose of this is making sure that students who don't want to partake in this understand what's out there and don't get involved on accident. So again, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. We hope this was informational for you, and have a great day.